Right, Woodlands winners back again for another week. I haven't got a name for this show this week, but we'll work something out. Cameron Grant, hello to you.
G'day, Paul. Mark, how are we today?
Good to see your audio's working, and you're not dressed up in the golf clubber as well. So that's a double-edged sword, mate. You're going well.
Back to the computer today. We're away.
All right, and Husey, autumn weather. Unfortunately, the beautiful autumn weather's finished, and it's a tease of winter coming towards us.
Yeah, we're on the cusp of winter, mate. It's bitterly cold, but look, the sun's still shining. So, but like everybody, everyone's praying for a bit of rain, Cobber.
Yep, definitely. It's very bad here. I've actually done a special on the drought too. You can tune in to Campbell's comments with the nutritionist from Barristock and KER came to the farm to highlight how bad it is. And anyone out there doing it bad, don't forget to reach out to other people because it is very scary here in Central Victoria right at the minute. So stay safe that way. Plenty of great racing happening, boys, and we're going to start with New Zealand. Cam Grant, we're going to start with you. This horse we've highlighted, I think, on this show at least 3 times, maybe 4 in marketplace. We try to bring different to the show, I suppose, and highlight different, not the obvious. Can't miss this horse, Cam Grant. This horse is a freak. His tactical speed is outstanding. You can see him there off the second line punching through. He is a superstar, and he's what harness racing needs right at the minute, mate.
Oh, absolutely. You're right. We certainly try to highlight some different horses, but look, that was pretty impressive. I didn't probably think that he saw Gavin going out the gate as quick as he did, which made life a little bit easier. But you're right, the tactical speed to kind of punch along, follow through, and get the lead. Look, bookies let him go $1.35, money for jam, I think. But absolute superstar in the making. Look, I think he's put 700 in the tin or something already. It's just unbelievable for a horse like that. And look, kudos to the second horse, got the chocolates. He went huge. That was a big run, and he's certainly a superstar in his own making. Just happened to fall into this better horse along the way.
No, and even the third horse, Better Anvil, just so people are aware, this is him like 5 on the second line punching through, and exactly what you said. I don't think he caught John Dunn napping. I think his toes were there. John couldn't do nothing. The toes were already there. But it's that tactical speed that Betters Delight can throw in some of these horses that just sets this horse apart. I didn't bother showing the rest of the video because effectively got the chocolates got to outside of him. But Better Anvil's a high-class horse on his back by Betters as well, and he's going to win a lot of races. But just the measure of this horse, just to continue running, and we can't forget, he's had a long campaign, a lot of travelling, still shows that speed and then that tenacity to hold him off. He's noted as a king. He'll be noted as a king for a long time to come as well, and that is why he can throw horses like Leap to Fame, throw horses like Marketplace, little horse we were talking about last week, Husey, or Tour Magic. He just continues to do it. Husey, he's a revelation, isn't he?
Yeah, relentless is the word we use, even though Father Time marches on for Betters. He just leaves great champion animals is what Betters Delight does.
They're not predictable. That's the one thing. I don't know what you guys think. Like trying to pick a good Betters Delight, people say, oh, it's near on impossible. They're not predictable. They're big. They're small. People say, oh, he never left a big raw horse. We had Arden Rooney. He was big. He was raw. He punched a knee, going slow speed. Still good enough to win a New Zealand Trotting Cup, plus plenty of other races, a Hunter Cup as well. He was just a freak. I mean, Betters just, it doesn't matter what he does. 2-year-olds to old horses, mares, just tick, 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 and that's why he's the king. And that's why he'll always be remembered as a king going forward. So not sure if you wanted anything to add there, Husey, because I know you love him to bits.
Oh, yeah, look, he just speaks for himself. Dominant, staying in every jurisdiction he stands in. So he's carried on in North America this year, carried on in New Zealand and in Australia. And got a lot of very good 2-year-olds this year on both sides of the ditch, which is really good. Not bad for a 27-year-old.
Who no longer travels, so he'll be experiencing a very cold winter. The poor bugger. He won't be that happy this year, but that's all right. That's okay. Lather Up, grandson of Betters Delight. And we're going to show this horse here. Odds on Halea. This had just punched out first over. It was 4 back the fence. Usually, I wanted to show a little bit more of this video because they don't do this in North America. Come from 4 back, 5 back, and be able to beat a quality field of horses. Doesn't just beat them, destroys them.
Yeah, look, fresh up in the Ohio size stake for her last week at Scioto Downs. The Lather Up's winningest foal or filly, odds on Halia, 2-year-old size stake champion, fresh up in the 3-year-old size stake here at Scioto Downs, and she just totally destroyed her opposition. Many good judges in North America will tell you she may well be in the top half a dozen fillies in North America this season. $357,000 in the locker. Beautifully bred mare out of a Badlands Hanover mare, which we've spoken about in the past. And the 3-year-old filly size stake racing is her racing to have up there. Super filly, fresh up, and plenty more to come for her. And a really good 4 or 5 days for Lather Up in both hemispheres.
Has indeed. Just on that video glitch actually wasn't my problem. It was just it's actually in the video when you go to watch it. But yeah, you can go and watch all those at Scioto Downs and go from there. You said there before, Husey, and I think this is pretty important. Some of the winners, he had 2 winners yesterday. Okoya Pearl, well done to, and thank you very much to you for pointing it out. But Paul Dobson is one of the owners there, potentially one of the breeders as well. But winning first up, very, very impressive. They raced the mare, been able to go to Lather Up. Nathan Turvey does an awesome job. Gary Hall Jr. in the cart, got the chockies on that occasion. Then also had one, I've just got to jump out of it for 2 secs, at Globe Derby, another horse that we have highlighted as well.
DJ's Miss.
DJ's Miss. I just had to try and get to the right page, but got the chockies as well. It's a horse I've had a little bit to do with. Been out of Bongo Miss. Well done to Max Beasley, and he's a very devoted person. So she brought up win number 2. But a pretty important little breeding situation there, Husey, I suppose.
Yeah, look, something we've said about the crosses for Lather Up that have been working extremely well in both the northern and the southern hemisphere, and both those fillies that arrived yesterday at Globe Derby and Pinjarra, both out of Mach 3 mares. Sun Beach line, very highly successful with Lather Up in both North America and down under. So just a little bit of a notch there for breeders going forward for those that have got those, Captain Treacherous, Seaside, Huntsville mares. There's going to be plenty of them in the system going forward that Lather Up appears to be a really perfect cross for them. And congrats to both of those. Nathan Turvey's got another Lather Up that he really likes, and Max was on the phone yesterday to say that he'll be breeding that mare back to Lather Up this season, which is good news. Yeah,
that is very, very good news. And if you are watching, Max, well done. Haven't heard from him for a while, but that's all good. But yeah, it's a lovely horse. I think that's pretty important. You say there about the crosses, plenty of Mach 3 fillies around as well. So people need to be aware of that as well. It's probably, not being smart. Usually sometimes it's the obvious thing. We've just wrapping these Mach 3s. We're looking for sons and that for the people to go to. Don't forget, if you've got a Mach 3 mare yourself, go straight to the top.
Yeah, absolutely. So opportunity abounds, but a nice little click that is definitely working for Lather Up.
Yep. Cam, Sweet Lou, ride just continues with him punching out nice horses. This is a beautiful horse, Sideshow Bruce with Bobby Butt. He features on this show quite a bit, Bobby, but they've got a nice horse here leading into a nice November later on this year in New Zealand.
Yeah, like I said, I think that's win number 5, start number 11 and a placing. Certainly a horse that's going through the ranks quite nicely. Obviously, this is probably his biggest test to date in the Uncut Gems. There's some nice horses there, and it's good for some of these older horses to get a bit of a go before they kind of make the next step. But look, he's certainly on his way to probably getting to open class, I think, which is good. And obviously a lot of chat about this horse, but look, he's out of the in-the-pocket mare, Penscroft. She's done a great job. She's getting old now, but look, she's just left winner after winner, and he's certainly a horse on the up, and obviously started his career with Robert Stewart, and now he's moved across to Bob Butt, and he looks like he's taken that next step for now, and certainly transitioning into a cup horse of the future, I think.
Yeah, Bobby's got a great lot of horses. Just want to showcase the horse that just pulls out 3 deep just there in Wagstar. Just the speed around this bend. He's got an electrifying turn of foot. He probably just doesn't quite able to hold that speed right to the line, but it was a trifecta for Woodlands bred horses. But yeah, a lot was said about the stablemate, and he did go good, Da Vinci, coming home late. But geez, that's an explosive turn of foot that he probably had to use a little bit earlier than he wanted to, Ferg, and got very, very close out wide around Addington as well.
Yeah, like I said, so both all those 3 horses in front, all sweet lose as well, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Obviously, Hedron Glidder's done a great job. You're right, and then Wagstar, look, he's certainly a very, very fast horse, and he got up the rankings pretty quick. Pretty hard to kind of pop out 4 wide when he did, and did what he did. So look, an impressive run nonetheless. The draws haven't been on his side, so he's certainly one to watch, I think, as well moving forward.
Yeah, no, definitely. And usually the last one we're going to showcase, I've gone back a little bit. We've got a little bit of extra time. The horse is last in the picture, and we talk about Artie by the Seaside. She's a beautiful filly, and again, high speed. I don't think she was 100% right on this occasion. She seems to hang and lug and do a few things not tractable. Just has a terrific will to win.
Yeah, super win by her at Gloucester Park last Friday, and a real cat and mouse sort of race when there's only half a dozen horses in it. So forced wide on that bend at Gloucester Park, and mate, she roared home to win convincingly. Career win number 18 for her from 37 starts. So literally every second time she goes to the races, she gets a chocolate. So $525,000 in earnings for her now. Purchased at our weanling sale as a weanling for less than a couple of grand. Congratulations to everybody associated with her, Mike Tannard in Canada and Team Bond. More to come for her. She has just been a great mare, won a New Zealand Oaks, and has carried on. And that little weanling sale purchase, over $500,000 in the locker for her now. Quite a stunning result.
And it is a good little segue, if you like, with Fugitive winning as well. We'll talk about him just there before. There's a great little piece being put out. I think Kentuckiana has shared it, but Woodlands team put it out with Fugitive as a weanling, $21,000 purchase, right through to what he's doing now. And we believe that he's heading to the Proto Star as well. So you can buy some real quality horses and get a good return very quickly off these horses. I think, well, before the other night, he'd won $86,000 for a $21,000 purchase. So he's not the only one. There are plenty out there as well. The American Ideal of Chelsea Faithfuls, that horse also, I think it was a $2,000 purchase by American Ideal. So there's plenty of options there. But, yeah, just terrific. And we want to make sure that we're going to change it up a little bit, the show from next week onwards. And we're going to do a little bit more around the weanlings, but the full draft is there. Go to New Zealand nzbstandardbred.co.nz and then type into the search engine Woodland, and you'll bring up the full draft. All stallions are represented there, Cam, which is important, including the stable favourite in Speeding Spur. The 2 trotters are both there. Bettor's Delight's there, of course, down by the Seaside, Sweet Lou. Scary embarrassment of riches of horses eligible in this draft.
Yeah, like I said, it's nice to have a draft of all the stallions there for everyone to have a bit of a look at, and Woodland certainly prides themselves on that. They've always they're all there for sale at the end of the day, and so it's a good chance to get into some nice families with a range of different stallions that we have to offer. And the proof's certainly been in the pudding in the past. There's nothing wrong with these horses, and they get the job done for not crazy money.
No, it's not a fire sale by any stretch. It's actually selling quality horses. Go back to horses like my hard copy, and copy that as well. All horses that have come out of that and continue to go on to be champions in their own right, which is what we need to make sure people get the message out there. We talk about Seaside Hughesy, and you've been on the Catching the Next Wave for a long time, singing his praises. The Proto Star, the first domino to fall, if you like, in that was Show Me the Tan Lines, a purchase from New Zealand, from Dancing on Moonlight, as well as good supporters of the farm, but gets its first invite to the Proto Star. But we believe Fugitive looks like he's got a slot in it as well. Well, that's the early mail, and then also a Tour Magic, the winner last week. So 3 slots potentially filled, all by Woodland side horses. It just continues to roll on.
Yeah, look, Proto Star on in July at Albion Park, and the first, as you say, dominoes have fallen. Couple of Seasides, a Bettors. I'm hearing there might be another Bettors and a Lou in the mix there as well. So, that 2-year-old race, hopefully by the time July rolls around, we'll have a fairly big say in it. So, but another big week for Seaside in New Zealand and Australia, and all these big boys are back in North America now, swing town, sipping on a sea rock. Some good results from the Buckeye State in the last week with their size stake and stakes racing taking part at Scioto Downs and Northfield Park. So, Rocky's weeks now are pretty rock solid with a lot of winners.
If you're sitting back thinking about it, be careful, because the likes of Coastal Babe now with Luke McCarthy going to be showcasing himself in in Queensland, taking on I Keep Smiling. So you're going to get Seaside's round in your face a lot in the next couple of months. If you want to sit back and wait to book your horse in, good luck, because you could miss out, I'd say. That's one thing I will say. So you need to be very, very careful. It's actually, just on that too, done a new little segment, Cam Grant, called The Different Gravy, and this goes into On Loose Lines every Monday night. Won't be next Monday night, but of course, usually when we talk to him, he doesn't mind his different gravy. And this week, we actually highlighted Timmy Teo, down by the Seaside out of Find Fake Cash, bred by Greg Mitchell, which is terrific. Another good little winner here for Leviathan owner, if you like, Mickey Boots, and Gemma Hewitt in 158.7. So good little win, Cam.
Yeah, like I said, nice wee illustration you've done there, Paul. Got the great man looking pretty suave there.
It looks better when there's no graphics on too, I must say. But we want to continue to highlight these horses. That horse was having his first start. I think he'd won three wins as well. And unashamedly, he is also a Nutrien graduate, so he'll be going around in some nice races, I'd imagine, towards the end of the year, because they get the Sunshine Stars series. I think they have 3 heats of those of 50,000. So look forward to that horse stepping up into some nicer races, usually.
Yeah, look, Greg Mitchell is a big fan of Seaside. Actually bred to him first season he came down, the first couple of seasons. And obviously he's bought the first slot in the Proto Star, Show Me the Tan Lines, Greg has, and he's a Seaside. So Greg's all over him. That Timmy Teo goes round today at Albion Park this afternoon. The 2-year-old heats are on for the Colts and Geldings and the fillies of the Q-bred. Seaside third on the 2-year-old size in Australia behind Better's Delight and Captain Treacherous, and second behind Better's Delight in New Zealand on the 2-year-old size standing. So his babies are rocking and rolling everywhere down under. Yep,
and continue to do it. You're crazy, as I said. Catch the next wave. If you're not careful, you'll miss the next wave. That's what we might have to do. #, miss the next wave, because that might be what actually happens. Right, boys, next week it will be Woodlands winners still, but it might be Woodlands Weanling winners or Woodlands winners. Weanlings, we'll just work it out. We might even go just Woodlands winners, but it'll be definitely the WW, Woodlands Stand, the brand. Go to woodlandstud.co.nz for all updates, all the list of Weanlings there as well, or go to NZB standardbred.co.nz as well and type in Woodlands into the search engine. You'll bring all of those up. That's on June 26th, that sale, but we will be ramping it up from that point onwards. But go and have a look at the results. Probably another Woodland side winner just happened, even though it is 11:30 on a Tuesday morning. This will be going up Wednesday morning, but anyway, that's okay. Boys, thank you, as always. Bit of fun. We don't take ourselves too seriously, but we're lucky enough to be able to promote the best stud in Australasia, so it makes the job pretty easy.
Thank you. Good to catch up.
Yeah, it certainly does. Look forward to previewing and getting around some of these weanlings in the next few weeks, Cobber. So everyone have a good week.
Thanks, Yuzi. Thanks, Cam.
Inside now and has latched onto the back of the breeze horse Tualoo. Down the back, Artie by the Seaside, still back last, not in the race at the moment. The leader, Montana DJ from Tualoo. Out 3-1 on the track, Gully Gum. There's no run for Skyloo. Tries to get to the outside now. Al Capone poked through the pegs. Leader's going all right though, and Artie by the Seaside's hooking up 4 and 5 deep, but she goes for home. Emily Savalco 28.8. Montana DJ in front of Gully Gum. Wide out, Artie by the Seaside starting to run on from Skyloo around the turn. Montana DJ in front. Artie by the Seaside's out very wide, running on strongly though, and so is Skyloo in front. Montana DJ, but Artie's up by the Seaside's got it. Hit the front. Skyloo tries to go with it, but the mare's too good, and Artie by the Seaside goes home strongly to score.
Racing third, Seaside Wishes, then odds on Hialeah up on the outside. Comes as they drive on over to the half. Rose Run Amy, and she'll flush out. Odds on Hialeah down the Jersey Shore stays in. Moving third over See Her Rule, 55-2. 28-4 second quarter. Prolific Fire has the lead, a length and a half. Loose Pocket Sitter, Queen of Fear. Odds on Hialeah at first up. She's now second. Rolling right on for Brett Miller. gapping cover, but continuing to advance as Rose Run Amy locked in. Seaside Wishes outside, See Her Rule, and out the back door the trailer down the Jersey Shore to 3/4, and Odds On Hialeah goes right by Prolific Fire, takes over the lead. Queen of Fear, something has gone amiss. She's in full retreat, 122-1 for 3/4, 26-4 backside for Odds On Hialeah. She's clear 4. Rose Run Amy in pursuit from second. Now third, See Her Rule, 3 wide into the stretch down the Jersey Shore. It's Odds On Hialeah. Rose Run Amy is still digging. Odds On Hialeah coasting home, an easy winner from Rose Run Amy.
Then double time. Commander Ben Dalton Shard. Double Jeopardy has nowhere to go. Coming 3 and 4 wide, Cocktails and Caviar. Wag Star circling around the outside, and then Better Than Cash. Sideshow Bruce is the leader. 29 and 5 the third quarter. He's a length and a half to Hadron Collider. Whose Delight found nothing. Coming wider, Wag Star getting into the race, and then Dalton Shard. Sideshow Bruce the leader. Far side Hadron Collider. Wag Star 3 lengths away. Da Vinci running on from the back. Sideshow Bruce is a length in front. Hadron Collider, Wag Star. Sideshow Bruce though. Sideshow Bruce is going to win it from Hadron Collider, Wag Star. Massive run, Da Vinci for 4th, and then Better Than Hound. New Zealand Sire Stakes final. We're ready. We're racing. Deadline steaming forward in a hurry. Marketplace has got a gorgeous run through at the start from the second row. He's 4 wide outside of Better's Anvil, who's going to hunt a half a length in front. Got the Chocolates, who's right better challenge. Then Better's Anvil from on the inside. Deadline 27-7 third quarter. Marketplace for home a length and a half. Ferguson went for the deafeners. He shot 2 in front from Got the Chocolates, and then came Better's Anvil. Running on late is Ronaldo at the 100. Marketplace in front, Got the Chocolates a length away. Marketplace is holding though. He's centre stage, and this is the ride of a lifetime. Marketplace a half a length wins the Sire's final from Got the Chocolates.